just so I can do it.
Okay, got it.
once it's done.
So sorry about that. Okay, so what we did was we did a comparison of 2019 to today to show people why today is still a great time to buy. Because most of the people who are wanting to buy today wanted to buy last year as well, but a lot of people keep saying, oh, well, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. And that's constantly what's happening, in their mind or whoever they're around. So I want them to see how things have changed. And also the good thing is for a seller, it's a good thing, because for the seller, obviously prices have gone up. So they obviously are going to make more money. But for a buyer, although prices have gone up, rates have came down. So at the end of the day, their payments are less. And a lot of times people don't understand how is that possible. So you have to have those conversations with them, or you have to provide them with some type of facts, so that way they could see that even though prices have increased 40, 50,000 in some areas, because of the dropping of the interest rate, their payment is still lower than it was a year ago. So that would be something that I would want to show to a buyer. So that way I can show them that, to show them that they're still going to be paying less for the life of the loan. And they won't have to refinance later. They're going to be actually in a loan that's going to be fixed for 30 years at the lowest rates possible. So all those things are important. We can't go back to, everybody wishes we can go back to the prices of 2007, 2008, and when the market came down, but that's not going to happen. And so I think a lot of people are finally maybe coming to terms with that, because for a long time, that was a lot of what I heard was, when is that going to happen? Our home's going to come back down to that. And there's just no indication whatsoever for that to ever even take place. So again, it's just important for you to be the resource. And so that way they know that they can go to you with whatever question that they might have, that you're going to definitely be able to answer that for them. So I'll let Jessica show you guys the marketing piece that Aaliyah asked for. So some of our agents will, we get stuff all over the place. She actually bought these here, but you can actually make them, to be honest. But if it's easier, it's $5. That's probably what she paid. But it just says, I'm not just a real estate agent, I'm also your neighbor, call me. You can even change up the verbiage a lot, even too, you could say something like, who else knows this neighborhood better than your neighbor, or something like that. Or I can, I'm definitely going to care how much your home sells for, because it affects mine as well. Those are all good conversations to have. You're in the area, so you're always available, so there's a lot of different things that you could actually do when you have these made. But letting your neighbors know is definitely, important. It's good for them to know that you are, the real estate professional of the area. So that way, you don't have, if they don't know, how can they definitely call you. So again, important to let them know. And this is actually a great way to let them know. I think it's always important too. I like to pass out calendars in my neighborhood that I live in, because I think it's important for, again, for them to have your information, handy. I don't know if any of you guys do the neighborhood app, but also even in the neighborhood app, you can also, put stuff in there as well about you being an agent. I've seen people go in there and ask for different questions about rates, refinancing, and being, looking for an agent as well. Or would you move into this community? So those are all good things. What else do you have, Jessica? Let's see, I think she's on the phone. I think she left us. Let's see. Jessica, what else do you have to show? So let's see.
Sorry, I got stuck on a call, but here you go. So
I was actually looking through these, and like Sonia said, like even something as simple as like thinking of selling your home. I have buyers eager to find a home in your neighborhood. Even this is a door hanger. I've created a little bit something like this in a postcard. But even if you want to leave like a hanger with your business card, I mean, I think it's a good idea. Like Sonia was saying, like you can easily make these, but they're selling them here. Um, and then I also have the 2000, let me see. Let me share my whole entire thing with you. It's only let me share a tab. I'm reading the comments. She said, with the threat of COVID-19 cases increasing, this would suggest to many people that movement will begin to slow door-to-door marketing. It's still not so welcome. The young lady who created this door hanger, what are her experiences during this pandemic? So I believe, oh, Katie's on the line actually. So she's the one that dropped off these hangers into the homes. So I know she was just leaving them on the door.
Katie?
She wasn't having too much contact with them, just to give them, peace of mind.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
I think we're not actually, because right now everybody is different. I mean, I'm sure you guys are, probably each one of you guys are different as well. So we're trying to respect everybody's safety and then, how they feel about what's going on as well. So, so the best thing to do, and I know Katie is, we've actually been doing a lot of different types of marketing, but we'll just actually put it on their door, or if they have, some people have, things, close to their door. So we'll put it there opposed to knocking and talking to them, because I think right now, out of especially, I think, like I was mentioning, there was a time where it was like, everybody stay back, that was that. But then everything started loosening up. So people were a little bit more in their garages were open, they're in their lawns, they were doing all that. So you can walk up, hand them a flyer if they're comfortable. If they're not, then you just tell them, it's okay if I just leave this here. They're like, yeah, go ahead. So the other thing you guys could do, I mean, but to me, it's kind of silly because you've already touched it. I mean, people put stuff in plastic bags and then, hand it. But again, you've touched it. So
Right. I was just going to bring up that same point, Sonia, that I'm noticing a lot of businesses are not even accepting cash because they don't want to touch the money. And I'm also finding that people don't want to receive anything from you when you give it out, like your business card, as I usually do, just meeting people, talking to people. They don't even want to touch it because I've already touched it. And
yeah.
so,
And that's
my
actually to
question
our
was,
advantage. That's
yeah,
honestly to our advantage. Or you know what? Okay, so I don't know if you were on our call last time, but you can create a marketing piece, put your QR code on there with your information. So, you can always put that on there, and you could just walk
mm-hmm,
around. If someone doesn't want to take the flyer, if they're like, no, thank you, then you can simply tell them, you can scan it from your phone, or is it okay if I text it to you or something like that?
gotcha. That's a
And
great
then
idea.
maybe they'll be a little bit more receptive to that. And then if they, they're
Can
able
you
to,
put that QR code? Can you put that on the door hanger
yeah.
so they can also scan that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I saw on House of Magnets where you can create, of course, design your own door hanger, and they also had plastic. They would put them in plastics for you, so that
Right.
might be an option. But I didn't know if you could scan that code through the plastic.
Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm. As long as it's not
Great.
like dirty, but yeah, you should be able to. There shouldn't be a reason you couldn't.
Right.
So I mean, it's just getting a little bit more creative,
That's good.
and just kind of thinking outside of the box. And I think kind of, if I know some agents were thinking about doing open houses, and so they were going to be outside, and that was one of the things we talked about, is having a one flyer, taped to the table, and so they don't have to grab anything, and they just simply take a picture of it with their phone, and they take it with them. So that's the nice thing about it, is they less money for you to print, easier for them to take, and it's on their phone and they get to keep that. So, or you could even text it to them, and you'll be able to have keep their information. So that's also another good a good way. We should actually come up with something. I just had a thought right now, and that actually would probably be a good idea, for us to figure out a way for them to sign in, you know, via text message. I'm sure we can figure that out. So we'll have to think about that to capture their information. So
Mhm.
definitely interesting. But what other type of marketing have you guys been using, or are you guys looking to create? Because like I said, the whole point and what we like to do on this hour is we want you guys to actually be doing it with us. Like it's an hour of you know, I want to do this is what I want to do, and I don't know how, so show us how so we can do it, you know, while we're here. And that way you end the call and it's done, because I can't tell you how many classes, you know, agents attend, and then after it's over, and then it's over, you know, and that's it, nothing's done about it. And so I understand the importance of putting whatever it is you're learning into action, because that's the most important thing. You want to be able to you know, deliver whatever it is that you find that's going to be useful for you. So you know, that's one of the things that is really
Well,
really
I do have one question. What do you, particularly at a time like this with direct mail, is that still a viable option?
direct mail. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you can do direct mail. I mean, there's different ways, but I mean, right now, especially if people are going to have to remain home again, I think it's going to even be more, because people, you know, they're like just home. You know, nobody looks forward to their mail. You know, they know a lot of it's junk mail, but I think if it's
Right.
interesting, if it's factual, if it stands out, if there's something of value,
You might take another look at it. Yeah.
yeah,
You have
exactly.
nothing else to do. People get tired of watching Netflix and people
Right.
get tired of doing things. So
True.
I mean, I'm guilty of that too, because I get home and yeah, I look through my mail, but you know, if I'm home all day, then you know, I might take a second look, especially if it like piques my interest, something that's a little bit bold, or something that's, you know, just kind of in your face, then you know,
Right.
it'd be really good, because then you know, you kind of take a second look at it, and even if you look at it for a little bit, or they might put it on their refrigerator, they might just put it away, and they might not contact you right away, but if they keep getting
Right.
pieces from you, or if they keep seeing your name and it's being familiar, then you know, eventually when they do think about that, they'll be like, I'll just wait for her card again, or I'll just wait because I
Right.
send me something again. Yeah.
Great. I like that size postcard suggestion too.
Yes, oversized postcards. That'd
Hmm.
be a really
Yeah,
good idea. Yeah.
I think that is actually a really good thing. And another thing too, which I think is what I like to do is I like to send out newsletters to my, you know, to my sphere is who I send those to. I pass clients, you know, maybe people that are interested, or maybe I met them, you know, whoever's in my database basically is who I like to do those for. But what I do is every month when I send the newsletter, we'll do it in either a different color envelope, depending on what it is, or we'll do it in a different color of paper. So depending on, like, you know, if it's spring, we'll do spring colors. You know, if it's Halloween, we'll do orange. Like, you know, we'll mix it up. And they get to the point where they're looking forward to your marketing. They're looking forward to whatever it is you're sending them. So I think that that's something, again, once you start, you need to be consistent, so that way, you know, they know what to expect, and don't change. Like, if you're gonna start marketing, you need to make sure you're gonna keep your branding consistent. You know, you want to make
Right.
sure that everything is always uniform, and no matter what platform they look at or wherever they go, they'll always recognize you. And you know, that goes to say, like, you know, we learned that, you know, that's, you know, marketing 101 with, look at McDonald's, you know, they're arches, everybody knows them. You know, Jack in a Box, whatever it is, you know, they might update it a little bit to look a little bit more modern, but they won't ever change that.
Right.
And that's the same thing. So you just want to make sure that you are definitely sticking to um, whatever it is that you're doing. So
Part of my issue too is content. I mean, I'm not creative when it comes to putting something like that together. And you know, unfortunately, that kind of discourages me, but that is an area that I would love to venture more in, is
Okay,
the
well,
direct marketing.
actually, I'll show you really quick. I'm always about free stuff. So if you're on a lot of our calls, everything is, I look at free 99 all the time. That's what I'm about, free. So if Jessica, since she's sharing her screen, I use the newsletters from Old Republic. And it is an account that's free. You make it, and I know Fidelity has it too, the home warranty. But I like there's a little bit more because I just like how, again, it's consistent and we just change it up a little bit. So we kind of make it our own is what we do. But I'm going to have her log in really quick just to show you guys that they do it from here and it's months out. So you can, if let's just say you want to spend your weekend doing your postcards for the next, few months, you can, because they go so far out, ahead of time. It gives you enough time to do that. But if you log in, you go under, is it marketing tools? I think it's in the agent toolbox. So you're going to create your account. So you'll upload it once, your photo, your work information and all your contact information. And this is what it looks like. This is what your newsletter looks like. They come in Spanish or English. So you get to choose. And when you notice, she's showing you they have all the way to October right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to start now and send out a July one, let's just say, they allow you to select it black and white or color, however you're going to do it. And hold on, Jessica, before you're going too fast. I can't talk that fast.
Okay.
Left, it tells you what do you want in your newsletter. So you can pick your photo, your name, your logo, your company, your address, whatever it is you want, right? And then it has the option, if she were to click on October 2020 color, it also has the option, if you're not just a single agent, if you're a team, it has where you can select team. So that way, it allows you to highlight your team as well. But since I'm an independent agent, so she'll click on it and then go ahead, see, it has my preview is already there because I've already input my information. So all you simply do is create PDF and then it's going to create it for you, what it looks like. So here it's view your PDF and this is what it looks like. So where it says between friends, what I do is I will put my own RE/MAX banner up there because I want it to be branded to me. So all I do is I'll switch that out and that way it'll be more personalized, I guess you could say. That way maybe someone else, let's just say, is using the same ones. Well, at least it looks a little bit different and it's not exactly the same. And then it just gives you some information. It goes over, like, there's like a health and safety tip. There's information, helpful hints, living in the moment. It talks about why a home warranty is important. And then on the back page, there's always a recipe, which is nice. So they include a recipe there. If for some reason you don't like that recipe, we can always add something different. We can just get something else off the internet and we can, put it on there. So that way that's taken care of. But yeah,
wow,
so there's a lot of different options. And then I don't know, Jessica, if you want to show them real quick how easy it would be to change the banner on top if they were gonna do something like that, where it says between.
And I don't need to have the agent of that company to sign me up. I can sign myself up, right?
You just log in and create your own account. Yes. And then, like I said, I know Fidelity has the same too, but you can check out and see which ones you guys prefer. This is my preference, but it may not be yours. So you can always customize it and even actually move stuff around. If you went on Canva, I'm pretty sure they have newsletters and you can just even cut and paste and design your own. You can take it, and make it your own as well. But this would be the fastest, simplest, and easiest way. So that way you're not spending so much time on your marketing. You know what I'm saying? It just they make it very easy for you. So I'm going to.
Sonia,
yes.
Sorry, what company provided that tool?
Old Republic Home Warranty.
Ah, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'll put that in the chat box here too.
Yeah, give me a real quick second.
Okay, so like Sonia was saying, so I'll show you exactly how to turn this into something that you can edit yourself, so that you can do that. So what I'm using is Canva. We use Canva. Well, I use Canva a lot to edit, to create, to put things on top of, just to kind of customize stuff. So I'll create the design, and the good thing about Canva is it has custom dimensions for you that are already pre-done. So when you want to create a design, you can make it a blank. And so for this one, I'll use a flyer because it's like the sizing of a flyer. So what I'll do is that I'll upload it from my desktop. You see it's right there. So I'll just put it in there, and it's that easy. You just drag it into the box and it's there for you. So like she was saying, she will customize it to herself. So I will put something on top of it. And I'll change it to white. And then I'll use the Remax logo. Put that on top.
Jessica, are you sharing your screen? I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it.
No, maybe I need to do something on my end.
Can the rest of you?
Yes, it's visible.
I see it.
Okay, maybe I need to do something on my end. Let's see here.
Terry, are you on your phone?
Okay, now I see it. I had to hit share screen. Thank you.
Got it. Okay, okay. I just want to make sure the rest of you can see. So what I'll do is I'll do this for her. And there. And then you just download it. Again, it'll download it as a PDF, and then it's ready to go. I don't know if many of you have like iPhones also, because like Sonia was saying, like if you don't want to hand those out, you can also text them. When you text an iPhone, or you can download this as a PNG file, which is like a picture file. So you can text it to Androids, or you can send it as a PDF to iPhones. So if you want to send them something quick, I know on the next marketing class, we go over how to send these out. So you can mail them, you can text them through PDF, or you can send a picture through Android. But there's many ways for you to get this out there. It doesn't only have to be like only mailers or only this method of marketing. Does anyone have any questions on how I did any of this, or want me to go over anything else?
Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Hey, I was just wondering, could you go back and show how you uploaded the newsletter to the desktop so we
Yes.
can move it into Canva?
Okay, so this is my desktop Canva, but I'll show you here. So I just downloaded it straight from Old Republic. We're here, and I'm gonna put it on my desktop so that I can have it ready. Old Republic, July 2020 newsletter. It's gonna ask me to replace it. So when you open it, I'm gonna open it in the system viewer. So it'll open it on Adobe. So straight from Adobe, I turned it into an image. Now you can click any of these, JPEG or PNG. PNG is a little bit better. The quality of them are so much better. So that's what I'll do. So I'll do that. And it's going to turn it into a PNG file for me. Because it needs to be an image in order to upload it. So then here you see them on my desktop. And I'll open up a new browser window. Let's go to Canva. So then what I'll do is I'll click create design and it has the custom dimensions for you. So I'm gonna click flyer here. And
Okay,
it'll give me a
I got it
blank
from
page.
there. Okay,
Yes.
I follow you from that point. Thank you.
So then you upload it and then you just grab it and drop it in. That's all you do. You don't have to, it's very straightforward. You just grab it and you drop it in here. And then they have elements for you where I would get the square and you just match it to the background, which is white. And that way you can replace anything. I'll get a Remax logo. I'll do this one. This time. Sorry, I'm gonna use this one. So even if you use the Remax sign and then the balloon, and it's done. Then you just download it.
That, or you could even do, like, let's say you're going to do these for July.
Thank
You
you.
could even do, you know, that on Remax, in the Mac Center, that they have banners. So you could even create something for 4th of July, you know, and, you know, something like that. So there's a lot of different things. You just have to be creative and then just take the time and you know, and kind of maybe do that. So it's the Remax, or like how she's going to add in like the fireworks. You could do that too. So there's just, like I said, there's just how much time you want to spend doing stuff. There's so much opportunity. There really is. There's so much you can do.
Yes, even this, you can create little icons and you can put on them. Just something festive, you know?
Mhm.
And then there's a huge blank space right here. You can even add like other information, like anything you want to add here. There's a huge space that, you know, you can put a home that was just listed or like in the area, or you can put, you know, your information bigger so, you know, you can see it more. You can put a market update, a small market update on there. There's a lot of things that you can do with the products that you already have and that are free 99, like Sonia said.
The other thing too that I notice we get a lot of feedback on is if you do like, and I like, this is spending a little bit more time, but it also gives you more back when you do that. So just keep that in mind. So you could also do some type of like client appreciation. You know, you can put something like, you know, if I receive any, you know, I always appreciate your referrals. And, you know, if I receive anything between now and then, you can give it an end date. You know, you can be entered to receive something. I mean, those all, you always want to help, you know, motivate and incentivize your audience. And then also you could even highlight maybe, I mean, depending on how big your database is, but who doesn't want to be highlighted, you know, especially they look forward to that. So you could even, if it's a July, you can put, if you have enough space, you can do pictures. If you don't, you can just put names, and you can just put happy home anniversary to the following, people. And then, you can put people in there. And if you don't have a lot of clients, you can even just insert random names. So they're not going to know, and they're going to think, wow, congratulations to these people or whatever. And then they look forward to seeing their name on their month. So don't forget, who your real audience is. So like I said, there's always great stuff. There was a time when there was 31 flavors on every month that had the 31st in it. They gave away ice cream they for $1. So their scoops were $1 opposed to like $3 or whatever they are. So every month that actually had that, I would put a reminder like, don't forget, get your free ice cream at Baskin Robbins on the 31st. So there's a lot of different things. Again, you just have to really think, and it's planning ahead. It's always about planning ahead, and these things actually work. So just think about it. If you get, one deal, and you don't want to do this yourself, you can actually have someone, because I've always had someone help me. This is not something I do myself because I just don't have the time, but I always have paid someone to help me with my marketing because I know how important it is. And I know how much more, what an advantage it is to have that and to have it be consistent, because it's all about being consistent. You can send out your marketing, 1 month, but if you don't send it out month after month after month, there's no point. So you definitely want to make sure that you can, definitely do that. So does anybody have any other questions about that?
I had a question about the QR codes. I know you had showed us how it's created inside of when we do our there was a piece inside the MLS that you showed us how it created one for us.
Yes.
Right, but I wasn't sure, like for instance, this image here, like if we wanted to do a QR code for the image that's on the screen, is there a place where we can create a QR code for different images?
Yes, so you can go to, you need to go to, it's a QR code generator. If you Google QR code generator, there's different ones, but what happens is you create your own to take it to where you want it to go. So the ones that are done on Cloud CMA are going to be specific to that property or specific to you. But if you want, like you're saying, to create it to take you to a different page, to a different landing page, you can do that as well. So if you're looking where you want it, like let's just say like she's doing on the screen, it says Instagram contest. If you want it to take you to the rules, let's just say to to where you have to enter, you have to have a landing page, or you have to have a page where you want it to take it. So that's the purpose of the QR code. It's going to take them somewhere. So you have to be able to have like a page where you want it to take it. But yeah, if you go to the QR code generator, most of them do charge to do it, but if you're going to use it consistently, it's absolutely worth it.
So when
Okay,
you say
great.
you have to have a for people to go to access that QR code, would that also be like your website through Remax?
Yeah, you just have to have a page where you want it, where you're sending it to. There has to be a purpose behind it. Like you don't want it to just not take you nowhere, because the whole point is you want it to go, whether it's to, take them to your social media, take them to give you feedback, take them to show a video, you could take it to an image, like she's saying, but so
you can have it to go anywhere then.
Yeah.
Like to your Google business page, a website, or like you said, Instagram, Facebook.
It's going to put in where it's going to ask you, like, where are you directing this person? And so you have to have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Drop in your URL wherever you want it to go, and then once they scan it, it'll just send them straight through there.
Yeah.
But you said you wanted me to show them the 2009 post also, right?
Yeah, so this was something we were talking about when we first got on here. So this was, we just started working on it. So we're collecting our data on it. So that way we can get it ready to be, just to have it, like I said, in our library. This is something you can even share on your social media as well. You can text it to your clients, if you know anyone who may be interested in buying or selling, but they're not sure. Here's some facts about the market, whatever the case is. But again, dependent upon where your whoever it is that you're aiming to send it to. So where it says average price of home, that would be like, let's say you're focusing on, San Bernardino County, Los Angeles County, it could be Riverside County, or even a city, that's going to be up to you dependent upon where you're focusing. But just make sure you're putting somewhere what cities or whatever it is that this is comparing to, so that way people know, oh, okay, this is LA County, or oh, okay, this is San Bernardino, or whatever, or Chino, or this is Rancho Cucamonga. Just know who your target audience is. And then you can write, the amount of days on market compared from last year to this year. And you can get all of this information, from the MLS. The MLS, if you go back and you just punch in the dates, it'll give you a year ago what the average price was. Like I said, if you do San Bernardino County, or if you do a city, just depending upon what it is that you do. And then you can definitely go in there and look at the months of inventory. And then, you can write anything you want. We just kind of were putting this together just because this is some of the information that we've, months of inventory. What that means is that tells us if we have low inventory or little inventory or a lot of inventory. And so basically what they say is if you have over 3 months inventory, then it's pretty average. But if you have under, it's not enough for the amount of buyers that are out there. So the last time we checked, we had 2 months, and I think we might even be a little bit lower than that now. So that's saying that we definitely are, our inventory is low. That's how we know.
Quick question. Sorry, this is the dumb question. Are we still on Old Republic?
No. This is, sorry about that. We jumped to, this is just a marketing piece that we made ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we created this in Canva, and it's just a comparison from last year to this year. And I was talking to everybody, letting them know that right now, I've been being asked the question, is right now a good time to buy? So I'm just trying to show people the difference between, what it was like last year if they would have bought to compared to now. So we were just getting into it. We were going to write in, the area and stuff like this. So none of this data on here right now is really real. We haven't actually, filled in the data yet. This is just something we started working on today. But we are going to.
I thought we were still in Old Republic. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Thank you.
But we just wanted to give you something as a sample, or like I said, if you guys are targeting, listing sellers, if you're targeting that, then this would definitely be a great marketing piece that you could just make it specific to sellers. If you're targeting, sellers who are looking to possibly, move out of state, there's a lot of people retiring and moving out of state right now. I'm seeing that more and more. And it's hard to say who's going to move out of state, but you can target people who are, 65 and plus in their homes. And, you just never know. You can come up with a creative marketing piece. Are you, moving out of state, or are you, ready to move? We have buyers, and that before used to be a sales tactic that we had buyers, but now it's actually very much a fact. That everybody has buyers. It used to be like, man, I wish I had a buyer for my house. And right now, I think every agent has about 9 or 10 qualified buyers, but no homes. So I think that's the problem now. It's kind of reversed. So who do you want to be in today's market? The listing agent, of course. So that's why right now it should be, pounding that pavement, looking for those opportunities. Definitely. Let's see.
Yes, because you can customize this. Like, even if you want to compare, like, the cities, like, even from month to month, you can say, you can add something like Chino. So we always do a Chino market update. So you can put Chino on here. You can put, sorry, May 2020 versus June 2020. Like, even to give them even a comparison on how fast homes are moving, because a lot of the time they don't understand like until they see it visually. So if you get the numbers from the MLS, like Sonia was saying, like the average home price in May is going to be very different than the one in June. So let's just say that this is going to, the average sales price was 475 and now it's
Or 82 or
500.
something.
Like, it's just some to give them like a visual of how, you know, we're going from month to month. You can use this template many different ways, not just from year to year. Below, we used it on 2008 to today. So you can use it in different ways. It's just however you want or what you want to highlight, basically.
Yeah, and we did the 2008 to today because again, we had a lot of people comparing, saying that, you know, the market is going to be, you know,
Falling.
and it's going to be like that again. And so we just kind of pulled up some facts from then to now and kind of answered some of those questions. So it's, like I said, it's just important to have the marketing handy. And the reason why too, like I said, is our days move so quickly. And let's just say you get a client who's interested in something and you just don't have time to call them back or to get into detail with them. It's just like, you know what, here, I'm going to text you this information and then I will call you later with any questions. And again, it just says a lot about you that you have a lot of information. Everything is branded to you. So your contact information's on there. You're providing valuable information. And then when you're able to get, you know, to return their call or get back to them or what have you, they've already had an opportunity to review it. And if they have any additional questions, then they can ask you at that time. But a lot of times they say, well, thank you for that information. You know, it was useful and it made sense because this, that, or the other. So, you know, now the conversation's a little bit different. So, and again, it creates trust. And that's what we're trying to do is create that trust. So that way they want to, you know, they want to engage with you. So those are some important things. Is there anything else that anyone else is working on as far as marketing that, or any other ideas that maybe they're struggling with?
Hi, Sonia. Hey, so this is great. Thank you so much again for sharing all of this. I so appreciate you because, you know, I have just hired a marketing person. Oh my gosh. And it's like, oh, if I just stay up late at night, I can do it on myself and save so much money. So this is great because I'm really A-type personality. I want it my way. But my question right now, Sonia, is so I'm trying to figure out what I wanted my marketing person to do is plan out 6 months to a year. I need to have every month something go out to my, and I just started a farm again, 18 years in the business. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm going back to this. But I think right now, mailers are huge because people are home. And so I want to do one mailer a month and then put something on their door. So they're getting something from me twice a month. And I know you're supposed to do every week, but it's just too much. So I want to plan out, you know, at least 6 months, because right now with 12, it's just too hard with COVID and stuff. All the information changes. So and I guess you're using Old Republic. Do you do your postcards on here too? Because I'm keeping my branding on one side. I do the extra large postcards. But what company do you use to design your postcards?
Actually, My company is Jessica.
I needed Jessica. Every week I'm like, son of a bitch. I have hired people and it's like, oh, Jessica, I want you too. I need you, sister. Yeah.
I asked her the same question, and she does. And I even told her, tell your sister that we're hiring her, but her sister's not as crafty as her.
Right, and it's not because I've hired college kids, or even just people that, oh, this is what I want to do, but it's like, dude, it's fucking, it's freaking 4 hours later, and it's like, you're still doing that? So
I'm just like you. I've struggled and struggled and struggled, and like I said, when Jessica was hired on, she's amazing at what she does, and it's kind of like we're the same. We have the same vision. I'll tell her something and I see her doing it, and it's like almost exactly what I envisioned. It's just kind of weird sometimes.
Wow, that's huge, because that's what I can't find.
You gotta keep looking. That's
well, and have you used Color Price? So it's Seth. I know all the realtors usually use Seth and Covina. Have you ever used him?
I have, just for business cards, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't know. I had him do my business card. I love it, but then I started seeing everyone else with my same business card. I was like, oh, yeah, no, I don't like that.
Exactly, because then everything's the same. Who do you use for your print?
You know what? We just go like to Staples or to
Office
Max. But to be honest, I haven't been the happiest with them. When I do send out some postcards that are made already, I use Corfact, and I let them print them directly and actually mail them directly. But now that Jessica's here, we kind of make our own creations, and then we'll either print them and pass them out ourselves. Well, we'll have someone, because we all have teenage kids, so have them go pass them out for us, or we'll mail them.
Right.
But
so Jessica, are you using this site here for the home warranty for postcards as well?
So like she said, I create a lot of the stuff that I do have, and it's not something that's crazy, like amazing. I feel like it's not crazy amazing. Maybe it's different, but I just look at different companies, and I just take from different companies.
Right. So the market update is huge. So I was paying $50 just to get the stats, and then I have to pay to get it designed, and then pay for the printing and all that. So it was just, it's very overwhelming to me to sit here, because I'm a realtor, and I'll probably say the same thing. I'm not a freaking marketer. I'm not a designer. I didn't go to school for this. So it's so difficult. So it's just like, and I think I overthink it, like this, like perfect, just clean, easy. You can see everything. And then, but
I think a lot of it is the overthinking. I think, because I think you do just sit, and then you're like, oh, like, because you have to take breaks, or you have to get someone fresh eyes to look at it, because even this is simple, and I didn't really do much.
Right.
If I can do it for you right now, like it's crazy, because it's nothing that's crazy. It's nothing.
Where are you though? What program are you on right now?
I'm using Canva. I use Canva for everything.
So I just need to. Canva.
Yeah. If you really want something a program that you can do almost anything with, then Canva is it. Because when you go to the home screen, it even tells you what exactly they have. It says design, like you can see, design anything. And when they say anything, like they really mean anything, because I've used all sorts of things from here. I've used Canva to make presentations. I don't know if you attended the
one. And you don't pay for this? This is all free?
Yeah, there's a free version, and then there's a pro version. When I first started here, I used the free version for a very long time, and it worked for me. It worked for me for about 2-3 months. But then as I started creating more and more and more, the free version doesn't let you make folders. And that's big for me, because I need to have my stuff organized.
Oh, yeah.
If you're just doing it for yourself, then it's not too big of a deal because you can just kind of create inside of them. And I'll show you what I mean because so in my folders, I have like all the agents' headshots, the logos, templates that I make, banners, content, and things like that. But
Oh my gosh, you're so lucky, Sonia. Wow.
but I
Okay.
needed to organize it for myself.
Organized. She's actually helped me get very
I'm
organized,
a mess.
but she,
Yeah. Oh. How much is the Pro? Do you remember?
I do. It's oh my God, no, I don't remember actually.
Okay. No, that's
Give me
okay.
1 second. I could figure that out for you right now though. I know it changed a little bit because they keep adding things.
Yeah, I just have to get my ass on here and do it. You know, at 5 o'clock, my husband's like, "You ready to go?" And it's like, I gotta work more. I just have to work more. That's it.
But you know what?
Okay.
It's not difficult once you begin because I take stuff from my old things. So
Yeah.
I don't just create stuff from blank.
Right. I'm cut and paste and everything. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's only $10 a month. Okay.
Yes, it's only $10 a month. It's billed yearly, but it's very, very, very useful. It's
Okay.
very
Good to know. This is great. Thank you. I will stop. I'll use this.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then Alia also asked, where do you get those bedroom and bath images? I get them from here as well. So they have stock images like crazy, especially on the pro version. Because on the free version, some of them are locked. So you don't get to use all of it on the free version. But you
Okay,
can
so you
start
don't have
off
to
with
buy
the
the
free one, and
images.
I know they have a trial. So start with the free one and see if you can do it with the free one. And if it do the trial, if that one works way better for you, then I definitely recommend the pro. But all the images that I get, I actually get from here, and it's just like a hashtag. You just type in things like home or living room or kitchen, and it even gives you suggestions here too.
Mm-hmm.
And then all you do is drop it in there. That's all you do. You just drop them in,
Nice.
and it changes the whole.
What
Like,
about templates? Do they have templates like for
yes,
for
they do have templates.
market
And I'm looking at
updates?
the templates a
Yeah.
lot. All the templates are here, and you can
Oh, cool.
search anything on here. So let me delete
Okay.
this. So if you want to do
I want to do. What is it for like market update?
for a market update, okay, so the way that I do the market update is I already kind of made myself a template because I use them for our Good Morning Vibe show. So I made myself a template for the market update,
Yeah,
just like
see,
this.
something so simple. That's all I
And
need.
then I just come in here and every
Change
month
it. Exactly.
I just change the numbers. I run it
Uh-huh.
search through the MLS and I get the numbers and then I just put them in there. And then if I feel like this is a little bit outdated or I've used it too much or whatever it may be,
Yeah.
I just come in here, I search home or I search living room and I swap. Oh, sorry, I locked it. So it wouldn't.
Right.
I just
And
change.
this is great because I want to be able to do different neighborhoods. So I can put the name of the neighborhood and just keep changing it. Because then
Yes.
I'm like $40 for every freaking one. Crazy, dude. Like it was costing me a fortune.
Yes. It's
Cool.
definitely a lifesaver, especially because you can copy them. So say that I'm using this one, but I want, like you said, you want to make another one for different cities. You can just make a copy of it. So you don't have to start from scratch. You see,
Nice.
it just
Right.
is a copy. You change the name right here to
Yep.
Ontario or whatever you want. And then
Right.
you change the numbers and you're good to go. You download it, you send it. There's also like a really great resizing tool that they give you. So even if I wanted to make this a postcard and I don't want
Right.
to make the original one, I don't want to mess with the original one, it does it for me and it gives you the sizing of it. And you can even resize it, say that you wanted to do the oversized one, but the oversized one has
Right.
different sizing, then you can customize your own.
Right.
And do it
Right.
however you want.
Okay.
It's a really handy tool. I definitely recommend it. Only because you can do so much in one as opposed
Right.
to going to 7 different places to get different things. It just
Mhm.
creates more and more logins, more headache. I feel.
Exactly. Yeah, this is great. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. And then I know there was there something in the chat box?
I think Aaliyah was asking where to get the images from, but they're all from Canva.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're all from Canva. There you go. That's what it was. It was the images, but they're all from here. All of them. I get all the images from here.
Sonia, you going right into your farm meeting right here?
Yeah, I'm going to take this real quick phone call, and then, yes, we're going to jump right into it.
Okay, so we stay on. We don't get.
Yes, just stay on. Yeah, just stay on. I know we didn't get the time to, but I remember someone mentioned something about like we have buyers or something like that. So I did create something for one of the agents because Sonia had this one, which she had made like a while back or something. But even this, like, you can use the same thing, like the same information, and just put it on something different, and it looks it takes a total different look and feel of it. So what I did is I took all of this and I just redid it differently. You see, it has the same information. I have buyers for your neighborhood, and instead of making only the postcard in the front, what I did is I added a market update in the back. And again, if you really break these down, there's not much to do. This is a simple square that I got from over here on the elements. I just typed in square and it gave me one. So I just insert it just to give it a little, like a little frame or something to be around. I added the market update, and then I added her information and like something to catch, kind of like some more information to catch their attention, and the Remax logo, and that's it. I downloaded it, I uploaded it to Office Depot, and then it was printed in like 30 minutes. But it's nothing that you can't do on your own, like you said.
You added those circles, like go down to the bottom one. So
Yes,
I love the
I added
circles.
the circles just to highlight them because I felt like I kind of had the information there, but it was
Oh, I see.
kind of there. So I was like, okay, I want to highlight them. So let me see how I can do it. And then they give
You got that back, like the rows drop. So how long does it take for you to, did it take you to learn this? Was it pretty easy?
you know what? Which is funny. I didn't start using Canva until I started working here.
Okay.
I didn't start I didn't use Canva until I think I've been using it for 6 months.
Okay.
And I was not a professional whatsoever.
Yeah.
You can probably go back to some of my earlier posts, and I feel like they're horrible looking, and I feel like I don't know what I was doing. But that's how everybody starts off. Like at first, you're gonna fumble. You're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna get frustrated, because I would too. It wouldn't take me this. It didn't take me this little to do any of these, to create any of these. One post took me like what felt like 3 hours. But once I got the hang of it, once I learned to maneuver the program a little, it got easier. And I know people get frustrated with Canva because things move out of place. You just have to learn to be able to maneuver it, which is not too hard. So I'll give you an example. Sometimes say I wanted to add something like a picture on here or something, and if I grabbed it and moved it, you see how it goes into that one? Like people don't, or into this one, and it's hard to take off or whatever it may be. I just lock it. There's a little lock mechanism, so that one will never move out of place, no matter what picture I drop it. And it's really like, it can be really frustrating if you don't know that, or it can be really like you said, you kind of get discouraged a little bit, but you just have to learn the program, and then you're go. And like I said,
I gotta drink some wine while I do it. That's what I gotta do. Calm my ass down.
I'm sure that would be very helpful too. But yeah, just spend the time to to really work it. And you know,
Mhm.
it is easier if you do decide to do the pro version.
Yeah,
Um,
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, definitely.
okay, perfect. Then there's a branding kit for you. So see how I have these?
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be for yours, you're going to have a branding kit. So you can add your logo to here. You can add your
Right.
custom colors. So I am also a real licensed agent. So
Mhm.
what I did is I added my own palette to here, and I make my own stuff with it here too. And you can add different palettes. So like for the company, sometimes I'll add palettes for the months. Like for February, I was using a lot of pinks, a lot of like
Mhm.
purples, like pretty colors. So what I would do is I add one for every month. So for July 2020, then I'll add a lot of like firework colors, like the yellows that you see, the red.
Mm.
Like the lucky part about it is that red and white
Our colors, yeah.
blue are the Remax colors, so I don't really have to do much. But if I wanted to add like fireworks color or something like gold or something like
Mhm.
that, then I would just pick it and it'll show up anywhere, anytime I decide to create a design. So say
Mm.
I decide that I wanted to do an Instagram post, instead of looking around for all those, I would just click on the color and you see the palettes are there for you already.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
you're gonna
okay.
have to go searching, because if not, then you would have to search for the perfect shade of whatever it may be, and
Mhm.
it kind of gets frustrating, especially going back and forth so much.
Right.
So you have things like they do offer you things so to make your life a little easier on the pro version as well. Because
Mhm.
I know on the free version you can't search, so you don't have these search tools. You can search here, but you don't have kind of like filters. Because here I can decide if I want it squared, if I want the free ones, if I want the pro ones, and
Mm.
on the regular version, on the free version, it doesn't give you the option. So it does
Right.
offer some more for you, not just more stock pictures. It does offer you a lot more things that you can do with it. And the
Great.
templates, like you were saying, are all in there as well.
Mhm.
They offer you more templates when you have the pro version.
Right.
They're all in here. And they're good. They're very good. Sometimes I use the templates straight from here and I just
Yeah.
modify them so
Yeah.
that I don't have to do so much work. So
Mhm.
see, like this open house flyer, if Sonia came to me and asked me to do a flyer for her today, or for a
Mhm.
new listing that she just got, all I would do is upload the actual picture. So see, I'll use this one for
Mhm.
reference, and that's all I do. All you have to do
Mhm.
now is change all this stuff with your information.
Mhm.
So obviously there's no open houses. So we'll do just listed.
Now, people are, you can still do open houses, right? I mean, there's open houses that you can do. I mean,
Yeah.
I was asked that the other day. I don't know if you're doing open houses, Sonia, but you can sit outside, you can make them wait in line, you can take
Yes.
turns, right? So yeah,
Yeah. So what they're doing is they're calling them like private showings, and
yeah,
then people kind of like stand. Yeah, yeah, definitely. But
right,
I'm not sure if people are like advertising it too much, because I'm
right.
not. Things like she said, things are getting a little bit
Now they are, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so it might be, a little better if you don't put open house on it, maybe like private showings between this time and that time, or, whatever is a little bit different than open house.
I would put open house. I'd be screwed. I'd be like open house, COVID compliant. Come on out, right? I mean, because
What
nobody's doing it.
COVID?
Yeah, I just need a freaking listing to do it.
Yes, definitely. But it's worth it. If
Yeah,
you,
that's great.
or like you said, like if you like to have things in certain ways or certain, um, you're just very specific about what you
Yeah,
want, then definitely doing it yourself and spending the time on this, it would be very beneficial.
and cheaper.
Yes. Does anybody else have any questions or want me to show you anything? think there's a question in the chat. Oh, Jessica, I meant the little icons you use in the just listed flyer. Oh, I get those from here as well. Everything's from here. I'm telling you, I use this thing for everything.
Yeah.
So I put bed, and you see the little icons there. So say I wanted to do this one, just listed up here. We won't change the information. I'll just put here like the little icon, and then I'll put 3 beds. And then if you want to do the bathrooms, just search the little icon. And again, oh. Two baths. So that's where I get them. I get everything through here. And then, okay, so I'll show you. So even if you wanted to have like animated stuff, you can for posts. Like this has videos as well. It has a lot of things. See, even if you wanted to add a video or a short clip, whatever it is, you can definitely add here. Do you guys have any other questions? Now I know what you mean about talking to yourself, Sonia.
I know. You're like,
I'm like, hi.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This was very helpful. Thank you. I'm good.
No, you ladies are absolutely wonderful. It's just fascinating watching you.
And
So
these are
helpful.
recorded again, because I know sometimes we go fast and, you know, we just, you know, we just type away. So these are recorded. They're all going to be on Sonia's YouTube channel, so you can watch at your leisure. I upload them. I try to upload them by the end of the day every Wednesday and Friday. But you can subscribe to her channel, and it'll send you a notification when there's new classes in there as well.
Okay, so let's see.